This is PNN, the Psychedelic News Network, and I'm Sebastian Coco, your host, as we recap the last week in psychedelic news. In local Colorado news, Fox 31, 9 News, Westward, and a few other outlets covered the Psychedelic Advocates' March against SB 24158. What you're seeing is exclusive footage captured by me from said march. The bill, which initially put restrictions on discussing almost any kind of drug, legal or illegal, on social media, was indefinitely tabled by its sponsor after protesters marched from the Plant Magic Cafe to the Colorado State Capitol. The Boston Herald reported on a coalition being actively formed in the Massachusetts city against an upcoming psychedelics ballot question. The leadership of the group argue that allowing mass home grows poses a safety risk to the public. Do dying people have a right to try magic mushrooms? The Los Angeles Times reported on the Ninth Circuit Court, which is currently weighing this very question after the DEA forbade petitioner Dr. Sunil Agarwal from prescribing psilocybin to his terminally ill patients. The results of this case are still pending. In historic news, the DEA made its first move to reschedule cannabis from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3 substance. Under the Biden administration, this would not make cannabis immediately available as a recreational drug in the United States, but would reclassify it alongside other controlled substances such as ketamine and some anabolic steroids. Axios Seattle reminded the public that the University of Washington School of Medicine is set to start psilocybin trials early next year. The study will be on the therapeutic value of magic mushrooms as a treatment for treating addiction and trauma. UW researchers are looking to enroll about 40 first responders and military veterans with documented PTSD starting this fall. The last week saw a round of clinical trials receiving funding and begin new phases. Gilgamesh Pharmaceuticals announced the initiation of a Phase 2A trial of GM1020 in major depression disorder. Reunion Neuroscience received $103 million for Phase 2 studies of 4-HODIPT in the suite of conditions, including postpartum depression. And Compass Pathways announced research partnerships with Journey Clinical and Mindful Health Solutions to study the COMP360 psilocybin treatment. In international news, the Telegraph and Sky News covered a new study in the British Medical Journal that supports that magic mushrooms are an effective treatment for depression. Psilocybin was supported to be effective overall, but more effective in older patients and those who have previously used psychedelic substances. The Australian Department of Health and Aged Care awarded $3.8 million to the Northern Rivers community in a world first. The fund is meant to help the community heal after 2022 floods and includes provisions to treat over 200 individuals for disaster-based PTSD, which has not yet been properly studied, and part of the stepped care treatments in this clinical trial includes a group-based MDMA therapy. The Hopkins Oxford Psychedelic Ethics Workshop released a consensus statement on how psychedelic ethics should be handled globally after meeting in August of 2023. The statement includes 10 core points, including details on how the public should handle the historical use of psychedelics, the need for psychedelic education, professional conduct, and many other key points to safe and productive psychedelics use. In sad news, Peggy Mellon Hitchcock, the main sponsor of most of Timothy Leary's work after 1960, has passed away from a stroke. Leary, with whom Hitchcock had an on-again, off-again romantic relationship, wrote of Hitchcock as an international jet-setter and accomplished much of his countercultural work and psychedelic experimenting thanks to Hitchcock's wealth. And finally, Rick Doblin, founder of the Multidisciplinary Association for Psychedelic Studies, or MAPS, was featured in Time 100 Health. Congratulations, Rick, and thank you for your almost half a century of work in the psychedelics industry. Thank you all for watching. This has been the Psychedelic News Network, reporting on April 28th through May 5th. Have a great day and an even better trip.